Hey guys, it's Darren77 bringing you a rundown on Trials Evolution, the sequel to Trials HD. It's an Xbox Live Arcade title, and it's $15. Now, if you play Trials HD, pretty much know exactly what's going on here. This is more Trials, which, in other words, is awesome. If someone asked me, what Xbox Live Arcade, like what single Xbox Live Arcade title they should purchase, especially if they were new to Xbox Live Arcade, I'd probably say Trials HD, and now I would probably say Trials Evolution, because this game is, just more Trials, but it's bigger and better in pretty much every way. One thing you're going to notice, especially if you played a lot of the original, is a lot of the original took place in kind of a just a warehouse motif type deal. Most of the levels were just like that, just warehouse stuff. And this one, that's not the case anymore. You're going to be going outside. You're going to be doing a lot of cool stuff. There's going to be a lot of different effects going on. The tracks are more dynamic. For instance, you're going to see right up here. You're like, oh, okay, what's going on? So stop. Oh! There you go. Now you're way up high on a highway, and that's pretty awesome. And I'm going to fall. No, I'm not. Hell yeah. So yeah, there's way more interesting stuff going on in the tracks this time around. And just overall, the game just feels bigger and better. The graphics, of course, it looks nice. Everything, especially in the background, it's not, I wouldn't call it gorgeous, but it looks very nice compared to what Trials HD's presentation was. And it's got all the awesome stuff that Trials HD had in it, just the leaderboard tracking and stuff that always keeps track of your friends' times and everything, so when you want to beat them and everything like that. And yeah, it's just got tons more tracks and stuff. Let's go and check out one more of the just regular tracks, and then this track is also pretty insane. And don't worry, the tracks are kind of bigger and expansive, but it's just more of a learning curve. If you're really into Trials to the point where you like the extreme stuff, there's still plenty of that here. I haven't quite gotten to the actual story extreme stuff yet, but from checking out the user-created levels and other stuff like that, there's definitely options here. Oh, I should have tried to go up there. So yeah, but it just feels like there's a better learning curve in this game. Like, Trials HD kind of got to a point pretty quickly to where it was like, we're going to show... Oh, yeah. Oh! Trials HD kind of got to a point pretty quickly to where it was like, hey, this is what this game is. We're going to show you how we can really challenge you. Holy shit! Ah! And, it had some kind of early crazy levels, but it got really quickly to that point where it was just like, bam. It was almost like a wall. You were struggling to get off one thing. Oh, yeah! Wow! Oh, no, don't fall. Oh, I fell right in there. Whatever, it just means I get to do it again. But yeah, this one, it still has that challenge for sure, but it's, the learning curve just seems better. Like, there's a lot more of these earlier levels that anybody can enjoy and enjoy, like, I can enjoy them and have an awesome time with them, but, people that don't really want to deal with that extreme stuff, they have plenty of that to work with here. So now that I've showed off some regular tracks, let's go ahead and get into the skill games. Skill games are also a pretty big part of Trials HD, and they're still a pretty huge part here. Let's check out the Icarus factor. So far, the games have seemed awesome, and thanks to what looks like an awesome track editor. I actually haven't checked it out myself. I've just checked out some of the user-created stuff. There's even more interesting mini games to do. So check this out. No, God, that throttle is sensitive. Flap my wings, flap them, flap my wings. Yeah, I beat my whole time. Ah, still can't beat my friends. Damn it. Yeah. That's one of the mini games. I guess I'll show off another one really quick. They have some crazy ones thanks to this track editor. Like, this is basically just Monkey Ball. Let's see. You got Freestyler. For some reason, you're just you'll see. It's pretty cool. But if you don't know what Trials is, just in case you don't, sorry, I probably should have said this earlier. See, now I'm gonna ski on the dirt. Hope that's okay with everybody. If you don't know what Trials is, it's a very physics-based game. Like, I'm not just holding the trigger right now, I mean, this is obviously a little bit different because I'm, skiing on the dirt. Ow! But yeah, it's all about controlling your momentum and your, your stance on the bike to where you get the best landings and stuff like that. You're not just pressing right trigger to go. It's a very tight and precise game. The bigger, more expansive tracks, kind of, it's not as important. But when it comes down to the extreme tracks where you're going to be trying to get over one little freaking thing, like it might be a board that's just going straight up, but it's just you have to use the weight and your position on the bike correctly to get the most out of it. So here's the level editor. I actually haven't messed with the actual editor yet. I'm not really going to go into it just because I'm not ever been very good with this stuff. But let me go ahead and show off how the get track stuff works. It's actually kind of similar to something like Little Big Planet, which is pretty exciting. You got the Red Linux picks, and so far it's just levels that they have made. But look, you've got like foosball and stuff, like, and it organizes it into categories pretty well. Highest rated skill games, new skill games, highest rated in Supercross. And so once you get the tracks, you download them. It literally takes about 3 seconds to download a track, and then you can go to the play track. So let me go ahead and show one off here. They have Super Bike Boy, which is a homage to Super Meat Boy, which is pretty cool. But yeah, some of these are just crazy though. Like let's check this out. There's also other levels in the game that are homages to other Xbox Live Arcade titles like Limbo, and I think there's a Castle Crashers one, which is awesome. Look at this. Like, what is this? This isn't Trials. This is some other awesome thing. So that's cool. Like, there's a ton of possibilities here. This is the first week, I mean, you check up on games like Little Big Planet, like which I have, and man, the longer that game stays out, the crazier that stuff gets. Like user-created content, thanks to the people that really embrace it, can become a truly awesome thing if given the right tools. And I'm thinking that this has the right tools because obviously, I mean, look at this. This is cool. And I think that you can play this stuff multiplayer. I'm not sure about if it's considered a skill game, which I think this might be. I don't think you can. But you can, all the tracks and stuff you download, I'm pretty sure you can play multiplayer, which is awesome. I'm gonna go ahead and get myself killed. But yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy, that's super cool. And seems like there's a ton of potential there for some crazy stuff. And of course, there's just regular tracks that can be downloaded as well. There's a first-person shooter. All this crazy stuff. So, man, yeah, it's really neat. This game has already got a ton in it, and the fact that it's going to keep expanding is an awesome thought to think. So, let's go ahead and get into multiplayer, which is an interesting new thing. I guess we'll try Find Race. I've only been racing privately, but this should work, I think. So you got 2 different types of things that I know of, at least. It looks like there might be more, but let's go ahead and try to get into Supercross. Supercross is when 1 to 4 players race at the same time, and it's pretty cool. I kind of wish there were some more tracks for the Supercross, but apparently it looks like you can download Supercross tracks and race the multiplayer, so hopefully if we've got people that make them good enough, then we won't, that won't be a problem. I actually haven't tried the matchmaking out yet, so hopefully it doesn't take too long. Let's see. I don't know. My nat type is moderate for some reason. I thought I'd fix that. Yeah, the coolest thing about Trials, and especially about this one, is, like I said, if I would recommend someone buy a single Xbox Live Arcade title, it's a little debatable. There's certain games like Castle Crashers and stuff that are awesome, but it would probably be Trials. And it's not just because it's a very accessible game that pretty much anyone can have fun with. But at the same time, the gameplay is so precise and so tight that there's a ton of stuff in it. Like some of those levels, if you really want to try to beat them when they get into harder territory, like they will take you a long time to conquer. And, depending on what kind of time you want to get on them, maybe even longer. And that's the coolest part about this game is like the first Trials actually, like, I didn't get to a point where I was playing it every day, but I was still kind of regularly playing it. When this game came out, not regularly, it'd been a couple weeks for sure, but now there's a brand new Trials with like so much more stuff going on, and well, this obviously isn't working, and it's cool. There's just a ton of stuff to do in these games, and especially this one, it seems like, because it can just keep expanding. And it just seems like there's more levels and more stuff to do in this game in general, and the levels are more exciting and a little bit, more thrilling to conquer. It seems like they can vary a little bit more than the other more stagnant levels. All right, well, I guess I'm just gonna try quick match because this seems like it's taking a long time. Let's try quick match, see if that speeds things up. Because I would like to show off the multiplayer. It's pretty fun. Like, it's, you know, I kind of wish when I first heard about the multiplayer, I basically thought it was gonna be like you can race any track with, you know, 4 people. And kind of you can, but when you race the actual trial tracks like that, it's just a ghost. You know, you're just racing against your friend's ghost. Like, they're playing with you in real time, but it's just a ghost in the same lane. But it's cool. I mean, it's cool. I kind of wish that those... Oh, okay, cool. I kind of wish that the stuff you would do in those tracks would carry over to your, you know, your single player times. Like if you made a good time on playing multiplayer on a regular trial track, I wish it would carry over, but I don't think it does. But it's fun. But these Supercross tracks are really where it's at because they're more flat, and as you can see, up to 4 people can get on this at once. I actually have not played with 4 people yet, so this is pretty interesting. Let's go. Yeah, this is just awesome, you know, especially when you're playing with friends, because you'll be like neck and neck, and you'll just see them wipe out. You're like, yes, hell yeah. All these guys, man, these guys are getting me right now. Whoa, yeah. Oh, come on, man. Me and you, man, me and you, let's go. No, damn it, no, maybe just you. Yeah, maybe just you. Damn, my hoodie. I should have wore a helmet. All right. Yeah, looks like he's got this one in the bag. Yeah, that's how that goes. Oh, and by the way, every time you finish a level, I might have skipped over it too quickly earlier, but usually every time you finish a level, there's an awesome way that they kill you. You know, like, just wait for a little bit after you finish a level, because there's usually something really funny that happens once you finish it. So it's pretty awesome. It's always pretty interesting. So it looks like we're doing this again, except now I'm on the front. Yeah, you can set how many heats you want on each track, so you can have a cup of, you know, 4 races, but each race has 2 heats, so, you know, that's pretty interesting. Oh, looks like I'm doing good this time. Yeah, let's go. Oh, that's not a good landing. Oh, that was a horrible landing. But as you can see, I'm like tilting the bike around and trying to get the optimal stuff going on for the best speed. And yeah, finish first. Oh, no helmet. Ouch. Hurts. Yeah, I don't know if the death stuff happens in multiplayer. Chubby Ninja. That's the reason why. You're not supposed to be a ninja and chubby at the same time. It doesn't really work like that. But yeah, I don't know if the death stuff happens at the end of the multiplayer levels, but you should definitely look for it because it's really cool. Come on, Chubby Ninja. Oh, being so chubby. Anyway, I'll do like one more of these. Mountain Madness is awesome. This is a cool level. And then I will pretty much call it here. But yeah, there's a ton of stuff to do in this game. And if you get into the gameplay even somewhat, like, you know, to the point where you're like, I would definitely like to play more of this, there's going to be a lot more of this for you. So it's pretty awesome. And yeah, this is just a great expansion for Trials HD. And, you know, you don't have to have, I didn't mean expansion like that, like you obviously don't have to have Trials HD, but, you know, it's a great sequel, it really is, because there isn't much more to ask than this. Like, you know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, and Trials HD certainly was not broke. All they did was added a lot more awesome things. Oh, ho, ho, you guys, can you handle this? Oh, because I can. Let's go. Get up here. Come on. Oh, ease it up. Yeah, there we go. Just like that. Hell yeah. First place again. But yeah, you know, if you want to check out the trial of Trials, there is certainly a trial for Trials. But if you don't want to check out the trial for Trial, which I wouldn't recommend checking out the trial for Trials that much, you should just buy Trials. Because it's great. Especially if you played Trials HD and liked it, because you're going to like this, no doubt. I think this might be, is this the last race? Yeah, this is the last race, so I might as well just finish it up. Oh, some people quit already, so it's just me and you, buddy. Me and you. Oh, flipped hardcore. And I don't know if you noticed in the single player, you know, like I said, if you're familiar, if you're familiar, there it is right there. If you're familiar with Trials, you already know how good it is about resetting you and stuff. It's, if you're in a game and you want to restart the entire level, you can just hit back on the, you know, control pad. If you're in a game and you want to just go back to the last checkpoint, you can just hit B, and you see how quickly it does that. You know, it's, oh, Oh no, oh no. There we go. All right, sweet. First place. That's an epic finish right there, just flipping over like that. So yeah, and they operate as like, you know, cups. I'm the winner. Oh, apparently there's even an experience system. What? Okay, sure. Thank you. Awesome. So you can take the cash and do stuff like that. That's the last thing I'll show real quick is the customizable stuff. Let's get out of here. And where is it at? Yeah, single player, garage, and there's all this stuff you can customize. It seems pretty cool. I mean, it's always nice to have stuff to spend money on. The stuff I wouldn't say is exceptionally cool. Like some of it is like goggles, more goggles. But it's nice to have stuff to spend money on. I decided to get this because I was like, okay. And you know, I got stuff for tops and stuff. The better license you get, the better stuff you'll unlock and all that jazz. And you can also, this is kind of cool though. You can also customize your bikes. You know, you can get in here and customize. You know, you can just paint the whole thing something, or you can decide to paint specific parts of the bike. You can go like this, where you just want to paint the plastic parts. Or you can literally get to the point where you can get down dirty and just be like, oh, I just want to paint the front light something, you know, or something like that. So if you're into making your bike look cool, which in this game will actually be shown off in the Supercross races, then there's definitely stuff to do in that situation. I think that my Scorpion looks pretty sweet. And my Piranha. I think that's what it's called, Piranha. Anyway. Yeah, that's Trials Evolution. It's more Trials, and that's really awesome. Like, you know, certain games, if you get more of it, you're just like, okay, really, this is what this sequel is. But this is honestly all that I could ask for Trials. It's just more of it, and better. It's really better, and that's awesome to see. The levels are truly, like, expansive, and, like, while Trials HT was already a ton of fun just by itself, you know, with the warehouse environments and stuff, this one really takes you to some interesting places. Hell, I'll show off one more little one really quick just to show you how crazy some of the designs get. Some of them are just like, what? Like, what is happening here? This will be the last one to show you. And like I said, the leaderboards work great. You know, if you got friends that end up getting on the game, then it'll be a ton of fun trying to compete against their score because it'll show you their ghost every time they try to play. So look at this. Like, what? Yeah! Well, like, it's like a war zone here, and I decided to motorbike through it. It's a good idea. In my hoodie. Alright, yeah, cool. And this will also be a good demonstration of the ending deaths. This is one of the very early levels, so as Zipple, watch this, see, he goes in here. They're like, oh, let's drop some bombs on him. Good game! Boom! There's some of them that literally made me laugh hard. So definitely check that out. It's funny. But yes, anyway, that's Trials. It's awesome. I'm going to be playing a lot more of it. And there's tons of stuff to do in here, especially if you like really going for high scores and stuff like that. Especially if you like that kind of stuff, because you will be competing all day with this kind of shenanigans. You can also view the replays of any top player, so if there's a level that you simply just cannot get by, and there definitely will be some of those, you can actually go to the leaderboard and just like, how did they view that? How did they do that? And there's shoot dang, I might as well show it real quick. There's actually an awesome thing in the replays that will show you what buttons they are pressing at the certain times. I'll just go to strike, I guess, and my score. Overall, view replay. Alright, this is going to be the last bit. I keep saying I'm going to cut it off, but I have not yet. Excuse me. But yeah, check this out. This is really cool because it's just like, you know, there's so much of this is based on the physics. So you see down there in the bottom right, you can actually see what buttons this guy is pressing and what times and which way he's leaning. You can also hold down left bumper to go slow motion. You can also hold right bumper to go fast forward. So yeah, it's cool. It's a really cool feature to have, you know, because there's some spots in this game, and it's not like looking at a replay will just immediately make you be like, oh, okay, yeah, I can totally do this now. But it will just, like, if there's a spot where I just think I'm doing it the right way and I'm just not at all, it's cool. It's cool to be able to look at a replay and just be like, oh, okay, so he's holding forward and pressing back, and I've just been sitting here holding forward this whole time, you know, so. Anyway, that really is Trials Evolution. There's a ton of stuff in here. That's the reason why I keep going on about it. And yeah, it's pretty much, if you can get into the gameplay at all, this is pretty much a must-have arcade title, especially if you don't have the first one, and kind of especially if you do have the first one. So anyway, yeah, check out the trial for Trials if you're into Trials, but if you think you want to get it, just buy it because it's great. And anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I'm gonna get back to setting some more times.